Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are doing another account tour, as I haven't done one in quite a while and a lot of changes have happened to my account since then. So we are going to be doing a quick account tour, update to my last account tour. We're not going to be going over things I went over in the last account tour, such as like prior regions, because although I do believe I did a little more exploration progress on all of these, I do believe I finished off like a few of Sumeru ones, but for the rest of it is all the same because I haven't been able to go back and do anything because it's all been the same. So we are going to get right into this and let's get started. Let us start with the inventory, because that's just a quick one we can start off with. For weapons, we're going to ignore these and we'll come back to these in a moment. For artifacts, we are also going to ignore those. I actually do need to hand these into, to make the sword, that one sword we get, stronger. They're refinements, I believe. I also need to use these to refine stuff. I have two of these refinements here, but essentially I need to use. And, of course, we have food, but that's not that important. I have a lot of billets. I don't really have much of a use for them. Although I did recently use the, catalyst billets to make refine the free-to-play Bina weapon. What's the one that heals? The prototype Amber. And I made a bunch of refinements for prototype Amber because I really do like that weapon, and I want to have it on, and I may want to put it on someone else just because since Columbina's not healing. I have quite a lot of materials here. I am short on a few of them, and I've been trying to collect more of these. While I do have her completely maxed, I've been collecting them over the span of like when they refresh, which I need to do actually, because her signature dish requires them, which is like really annoying, but I want to get a bunch of those. I don't have a lot just yet. I have 3. I did this when Lanyan came out, and I was really excited about her. Where's Lanyan's signature dish? I basically just grinded out a bunch of Lanyan's signature dish, which I believe is... Oh, these. This is Lanyan's signature dish, and I have 73 of them, which you would not believe how hard these are, especially when these are the Chinzen flowers. They require the Chinzen flowers, which is really annoying, but I'm planning to do the same with Bina, and hopefully I will get a bunch of them. If we come over to the gadget tab, we have the seed dispenser, of course, all the compasses, and of course the not cry compass, because that one's an easy one to get. We've got quite a few little different gadgets in here. As for the Sealies, the mini Sealies, I do only have one of those because I started playing like really late. Like I only started playing 3 years ago, and they stopped giving the Sealies out after this one. So I only have one of them, and I'm really glad the one I got because I really do like this one. Moving on to this tab, we have quite a few more billet troves. And we also have 4 different birthday cakes because I've spent 4 birthdays in Genshin Impact. I have Aino's toolbox. I need to get a Nepha's, but I don't have that quite yet. I'm gonna claim that because I don't need that to be there. I've got 23 pulls, which I'm debating spending on refinements for Columbina's weapon before it goes away. I also recently spent a bunch of these, and I mean a bunch. I had like 18 of these and 20 of these, I think, which is kind of a bad time to do the account tour because now I'm really low on these, which is upsetting. I'm really low on a lot of things now that I've built Columbina. But I also have 13 million Mora, and let's see, and I have 18 Dream Solvents, which I'm going to be using on her as well to get more of her boss drops. I also have 2 of each of these, and I use the other 3 Iris Moon Seals on the vault thingy. I don't remember what they're called. I of course still have all my renames, which is very handy, because I don't like, I always worry one day that I'll rename them and then I'll regret it. So I just try to keep them. Although I do really like the name of my Saurian, I do like the name of my Wanderer. I'll show you those later. Although I will tell you my Saurian's name is Beefman because I thought it would be funny. And I don't regret that. I am missing a lot of the Lunoculus, but I have every single other oculi, including the extra one that is necessary. I have finished Dragon's Mine, which really bugs me that I have 1 extra, like 2 extra. Because I wish I just had 1 extra, because I was exploring later on and I found a chest that gave me another one, and so now I always will have this 1 extra because you can't delete them. It's really sad to me. It really bugs me. We also have quite a few sigils here that I need to use, which I also can offer up these, so we'll do that a little bit later. I also have a few of these Mora bags, which I normally don't use because they don't really give too much, and I like to keep them collectors. We have some of these key sigils, and we have a lot of these spin crystals that I never handed in the teapot. As you can tell, my fragile resin has gone from like 70 to 13. So if you're wondering how I got Columbina such high friendship level in a few days, that will answer your question. Moving on to characters. We have the star of the show, my pride and joy, Columbina, who I had been saving for over a year, maybe a year and a half, which most of you probably found me from her video because that is my most viewed video in just a few days, which I am so thankful for you guys for that. We did reach 1,000 subscribers from that video, so I want to thank you all so much. I am going to be doing a Q&A for that, as well as this account tour is going to be posted around that time. We have her weapon at R1, which I'm debating pulling for refinements for her weapon because it does give a lot of crit damage and lunar reaction damage from her weapon, as well as HP, but her HP is not really needed as I already have her HP maxed for what she needs. I believe the max you really need is 35,000, and I don't think you need over that, so I think I'm actually overcapped and I don't need that much. We have her artifacts, which I am going to show off all the characters from Columbina down to Kokomi, because I have this thing where I put Ether here because he's level 85, and that separates my level 80 characters from my level 90 characters, and that is how I separate them. That's just kind of was a coincidence, to be honest. I didn't intentionally do that, but Ether's level 85 now, so he's just kind of the placeholder for the middle between the two. Next, we have artifacts. Her artifacts are pretty good. This is her off piece, which is kind of sad that her off piece is a flower, but it's fine. She also gets some crit damage, HP, and element of mastery from over here. She is on 4-piece of the DPS set from Nodcry, because I do use her as an on-fielder, and I really love her as an on-fielder, because I love her so much. And she is my favorite character in the entire game, let's be so real. Oh, I also got really lucky on this piece. I'm so happy about this. It went all into crit rate, and it also has some HP on there, so that's really nice. And as most of you know, I do have her C6, and I'm really happy about this. I love her so much. As for her talents, we've got her at 7, 12, 11, which is basically just 7, 9, 8, I believe. And of course, if I come back over to here, we have her at friendship level 7, and her crit rate is almost 60 crit rate, but we have her at 303 crit damage. That does go up with her artifact set bonus. We get about 30% crit rate from that, as well as her talents give another 15, I believe that is. So I believe she's almost overcapped on that, actually. I think she is. Wait. I might need to move some of her pieces around because that is actually overcapping her. Anyways, we'll do that later. For Inefa, her build is not perfect because, you know, I got her around the same time as Columbina, but she is level 90. Here are her crit rate, crit damage stats. I know her attack could be higher, I'm sure, but it is alright for now because I know her attack is really important and I just don't know how to build her properly, I don't think, but this is one of her best weapons, I hear, for free-to-play. I don't want to pull her actual weapon, but if I do get it, I'm not too mad. It's the best one I have that's like... It also gives some element mastery, which is really nice, but that's not too important right now. I have her on this support set, which I was actually recommended to do by one of you guys, and I really do appreciate it because it's a really good one. I like that set bonus because it really helps her, in my opinion, how I use her, but regardless, she has 16 crit rate from there. That's some really good stuff. It's got some good artifacts here. That has some attack percent back there. I also did artifact transmute this one, which is where all my artifact transmutation stuff has gone recently, along with for Columbina, because I really did put a lot into her to get her perfect, or as perfect as I could get her. I really want to get her more crit damage, honestly, because her crit damage is not my favorite right now. And she's also overcapped on she's overcapped on crit rate, which I do not like. I really need to get her better crit. Anywho, I'm getting distracted. I love her so much. Those are Ineffa's artifacts. She is C0. Her talents are 188, which I'm fine with. I'm probably going to leave her at that because I don't really mind. I might up this skill right here because I don't really care if her ult is maxed, but I do want to maybe max this. Next we have Nahida, who has 1,000 element mastery, which is really nice. I really want to get some crit on her, I think, maybe. At least crit rate, because then she'll help with lunar reactions more, but not entirely. I think I'll just keep her on EM for now. For now, she's on Sacrificial Fragments. She is on the 4-piece of the Flower of the Paradise Lost because I just had a lot of these artifacts laying around, and I have, of course, Yall on Deepwood, as you can see, which is really what the only reason she's not on Deepwood. Her artifacts are pretty alright, I think. I'd like to think. This one's not the best for what she's doing because it doesn't have any crit. But that is all okay, as well as this one. I could really use some crit on this one, but I don't really have any better ones, I don't think. Yeah, not really. She is C0, and her talents are 8, 10, 8, which I never really fully finished building her, I'm realizing. Which I always knew this, but I never really finished putting the investment into her. For Yall, we have quite low HP, I'm gonna be honest. She really needs some work on her HP, I'm gonna be so real. For now, she has 33,000 HP and pretty low Elemental Mastery. I did try to get some energy recharge on her. I don't know how much I did because I think 100 is standard. So I don't think I actually have that much energy recharge on her, but that is fine for now. Her weapon is this one event weapon, which I really love for her, because well, first of all, it's adorable. And second of all, it is an HP weapon. Before I had her on the Black Tassel, which gives a similar amount of HP. Unfortunately, though, the subset is literally nothing for her. On the other hand, this weapon gives her more energy, which I love for that weapon, because she needs energy. It's perfect for her. For artifacts, I just realized she's not on the correct set. I don't know where I went wrong. I don't even know why she's on this. Let's swap her back to that, because she's supposed to be on that. She is on 4-piece Deepwood. We've got... Why is she not on this one? I don't know. I think I swapped around artifacts a little bit, and I'm kind of regretting that. Let's swap her back to this one. She's on... And now let's take a look at her artifacts really quickly. I'll just show them off. Yeah, that one's fine. I'm like trying to make sure everyone's on the right artifacts because I kind of forget what I'm doing. Oh, and she is C2, which I'm quite happy with since I didn't really get much of her on banners. I think I got this one off of Standard, and this one I got from Lantern Rite. Because I really do love Yall. She was my first main on this game, I think before Wanderer. But next, of course, we do have Wanderer. He was my first main, my first 5-star main, I think. The longest character I've mained for, because before Bina it was Wanderer, and now that Bina's come out, he's gotten kicked to the bench a little bit, but that is okay. His crit is pretty darn good, I think, because especially seeing as his signature weapon does not give a lot of crit. Like, Widzith gives more crit than his signature weapon does, which is kind of sad for him, honestly. But I did hear that his signature is better for just, like, his stats. It is a really good signature for stat-wise, I think, for him. Regardless, moving on, we have him on his signature set, which I'm really proud of. It took me, like, a while to get all this. I spent a lot of time farming this. This is why I had all those pieces for Nahida, because I was farming Wanderer's set, and I got a lot of extras, you know? So a lot of his artifacts are not perfect, but they're one of my better. This is like 40 crit value here. We got... Most of these are at least 30 crit value on the substats. This one's not very good, actually. This is only like 20. Which I'm not too happy about. But it does have a main stat crit damage. It's double crit, so it's fine. He is C1, but I got that from the free constellation. From the whatever, I don't know, I always forget the name of the free constellation thing, but he is C1, which ups his attack speed and stuff, and as well as the damage from his, when he sprints while in air. He also is triple crowned. Did I go into Yao's crowns? I don't think I did. Yall is double crowned with level 6 normal attacks, because I didn't know what normal attacks, that she didn't use them when I first started leveling her, but I do have her double crowned, which I really love. Because she was my first main. Venti! I'm getting so distracted right now. Venti used to be on a more of a build, but I think I kind of removed him from most of his build. He is on a full DPS or sub DPS build, which is what I initially wanted him for, and I kind of do regret pulling him, I'm gonna be so honest. I don't entirely regret it because, you know, I got Bina, I got all the characters, I got all the constellations and the refinements I wanted, but I am kind of upset because, you know, I don't ever use him. I am glad, though, I have him for my Anemo collection, which, you know, Anemo's my favorite element. I don't know how to explain it. I just really like Mondstadt, and that's just really fun for me to collect the animal characters. Although I don't think I'll be getting all of them right now. Just yet, because I don't know if I want to pull for Chaska. Chaska's not my favorite. Regardless, we have Venti's artifacts, which I just have him on the 2-piece animal damage bonus, and not Crimson Witch of Flames, sorry, the attack percent set, which is not actually on 2-piece, what? 1 second. We're doing a lot of build fixing here. This is gonna need to happen because, I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. I'll fix this later. Anyways, that is his artifacts. He is C0 and his talents are 199. Over here, of course, we have Ayaka. While I do call myself free to play, I do have Ayaka's skin. I do not consider this not free to play. I'm gonna be so real. I made this purchase a while ago and I don't regret it. It is literally all I've purchased on this game. I do not buy things other than skins. I do like to buy skins if there's a character I like, though. Because honestly, she's so pretty. I would not have used her, like, as long as I did if I didn't have her skin. Because I don't really like her normal outfit. It's cute and all, but her skin is so much cuter. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. Regardless, her build is not really there or very good. I think I remove her weapon every so often and give it to someone else whenever I want to build a DPS. I have her on the right artifacts. I think they're pretty okay-ish. They're not the best, but they are a 4-piece set, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I think she's actually overcapped on crit. No, she's actually fine. But that is her build. I have her at C0, and her talents are 8, 8, 10, which is not bad. I just did not mean to click out of that. Next, we have Raiden. What is she build on her? Okay, no, 1 second. I was trying to do her Echo. I was trying to do her, I was really trying to do her Echo, and I completely forgot to swap her build back. Which I'm realizing suddenly, I think I put her build on Nahida. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a new build for her. Because I typically use her on an Elemental Mastery build. Which is now on Nahida. I don't think this is gonna work out as well as I was hoping it to. Okay. So, this is what I'm going to be leveling her pieces. I don't really care. I just need her full EM because I do use her as a Hyperbloom driver or Electro Applier. She is actually C1, which was an accident. I did not intend for that. It was a situation where I got a double 5-star and I did not want her. I did not want her C1. I would have saved that for anyone else, literally any other character, and I would have been happier. I will never use her C1. It like does something about her resolve. I don't use her for that. Anyways, she's 388 for talents. For Siegeween, we have pretty good HP on her. She does really good healing. I love her so much. She's not really the best on crit rate. I need to up her crit rate, I'm realizing. I used to have her on a different bow, but I've recently swapped her to this bow because I wanted to give Venti this bow, which I might actually give her old bow back because I kind of don't use Venti enough. She is on 4-piece tenacity because I do like the attack buff that it gives, mainly since I used her with Wanderer and attack buffs are really nice. I have her on energy recharge HP, a little bit of flat HP there, a little bit energy recharge, a little bit crit damage, not really necessary. I did used to have her do a little bit of damage, but now her crit rate and crit damage is kind of useless, but that is okay because she has a lot of good HP stuff. She is C0, and her talents are 198. As for Farina, who is one of the characters I was really proud of her build, she's got almost 70 crit rate as long with 212 crit damage, which is actually crazy for her. I think she's doing insane with her crit. She also gets some more crit rate from her weapon, since she's only really attacking with her skill, and she gets some energy recharge from that because she's on the pipe. I'm just gonna call it that because even though I have the name right there, it is. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's being called the pipe. We got her on our 4-piece signature set, which is... I just want to talk to you about this piece. This is the best piece I have on my entire account. That's 50 crit value. That's actually insane to me. I look at this piece every morning. Every morning and I wake up and I talk about artifacts. If I ever talk about artifacts, it will be about this piece. I love this piece so much. And I'm kind of sad it wasn't like a Bina piece or a Wanderer piece or something like that. I would have valued and benefited so much from a different person having this piece because this is such a good piece. I might actually give this to Columbina, like, as an off-piece. Wait a minute, guys. Bina might be getting an upgrade, guys. I'm so sorry. I might have to steal this from Farina, just because it's such a good piece. Oh, I forgot to show you the rest of the artifacts. So, she has really good artifacts. That was, of course, her best one, but I don't know, I got really lucky on rolling these. I got really good artifacts for her. And I'm really proud of them. But she's C0, and her talents are 3, 10, 10, which I'm actually really happy with, because I really like her as a sub-DPS. I use her as a sub-DPS more than I do a buffer, so that works well for me. As for another new character on this account since after I started saving for Columbina, I did pull for Durin, and I did talk about this briefly on one of my other videos, if you did watch it. I did pull for Durin. He is really one of my favorite characters. He's really silly, and we love him. I have him on a pretty good crit ratio, I think. Although I think he is missing something. I don't know, I feel like he's missing an artifact or two. But his weapon is he does have his signature weapon, which I am really happy I got and I didn't have to spend a whole lot for, because I didn't know what other weapon to give him. I do not have a lot of good swords. My best crit rate or crit damage sword was literally just the Harbinger of Dawn, which is a 3-star, and I'm not really happy with giving him. I've been trying to swap him over to this artifact set, oh, that's why his crit damage was so low. Suddenly it all makes sense. I've been trying to swap him over to this set, and I haven't fully gotten good pieces yet. That's why, okay. So he's not going to be doing the best damage right now, but that is okay. His constellations are 0, and his talents are 1, 10, 10, which I'm really happy about. Lanyan! I have her on an Elemental Mastery build right now, which I think I took some of her artifacts away, so never mind, she's not on an Elemental Mastery build right now. Because I was using her as a Pyro DPS, mixed with, like, Durin, and she was doing a lot of damage, because Durin would apply Pyro, she would attack with Pyro, Durin would buff Pyro, she was doing a lot of damage, it was crazy. Her on a team with Durin was crazy, because I just basically did a really nice team and it worked really well. But she is on the Sacrificial Fragments. Her artifact set is not correct right now. She's supposed to be on 2-piece of Witch of Flames. I don't know why Venti's on that. Venti, what are you doing? What is Venti doing? Elemental Mastery. That's the one supposed to be hers. And then she's supposed to have 2-piece. Was I supposed to just give her 4-piece? I might just give her the 4-piece at this point. I don't know why she's on all these other pieces. She just needs Elemental Mastery, though. Why is she on this? What? Alright, then. Where is... Oh, Kazuha. Why do you have her piece? Alright, Kazuha, you're gonna have to switch again. I know I just gave you your Elemental Mastery piece back, but I'm just gonna give him the Animo damage bonus, because I use Lanyan so much more than I use Kazuha, which sounds kind of crazy, because, you know, Kazuha is, like, you know, supposedly better than Lanyan, but I really love Lanyan as a character. She was my, free-to-play Bina, before Bina came out. And, of course, we have her C1, and I have her Triple Crown because I loved her. I love her so much. Next, we do have Farazan, of course, which I do have a little surprise for you guys in a second about Farazan, but we have her on Favonius, we have her on Noblesse, 4-piece. We have her on 4-piece Noblesse, which is decent artifacts. I think we, of course, have her on some crit rate because of her Favonius weapon. And we have her actually C6. Finally, we got her C6 after 3 years of playing. On Durin's banner, I got a few constellations of her, and I just needed the one more, and I finally got her C6. I was so happy about that. You have no idea. Talents, though, we have her just crowned once, and the rest of the talents I'm not really worried about, so I just left those pretty low. For Fremi, I don't know. I haven't used him in a while, so I don't know how his build actually is. His crit rate looks a little low. I don't remember if I have more crit on him somewhere else. I don't think I do. But I have him on a physical damage build. He's on a physical damage weapon. His artifacts look kind of wrong. That one looks right. That one looks right. These look okay. Alright, yeah, he seems to be on the correct build. I just don't know why his crit damage is so... crit rate is so low. I don't know why that's so low. I think I need to get that up. Regardless, his constellation is C1, and his talents are triple crowned because I used to main him a little bit. I used him whenever I wasn't using Wanderer because I love him. He's so silly. I love his playstyle too. His playstyle is a lot of fun. So... but he's not the best character, I'm gonna be so real. I wouldn't even dare use him in Abyss because his attacks are too slow to really, like, get good damage, even if his damage was good, which his damage is not the best. I can get him, like, to do, like, 80k on his skill, and that's about it. Moving on to Layla, we have her at, like, 40k max HP. We have her... stats are okay, not the best, but I'm mainly worried about the HP for her. I really like this weapon for her because we did not... before this weapon, I don't think we had a singular HP weapon. Like, HP main stat weapon. I still don't think we do, actually. Do we? They really don't like giving us HP % weapons. They really don't. Because I literally pulled for this weapon on the weapon banner. This is the first time I ever pulled the weapon banner. Because I wanted that weapon. But it seems, yeah, we, don't have any other HP % weapons. Why do I have so many Favonius swords? What? We have her also on 4-piece of Tenacity, mainly because of the shield strength, but I typically use her on a team with Siege Queen, which makes it kind of pointless. Anyways, moving on. Anyways, here are her artifact stats, mainly just focusing on HP. Why do I have her on that? 1 second. I don't know why I have her on that. Wait. Where's her HP set? There we go. There it is. Okay. I have a lot of artifacts mixed around right now, it seems, but that is okay. We have her C6. I got her C6 mainly off standard banner, which is crazy because I really loved Layla when I first started playing, and I got her on Child's banner, and then I was like, okay. I just had her C0, and I was like, okay, that's about all I'm barely gonna get. So then I pull on standard banner. I kept pulling standard banner. I probably got 3 of these constellations off standard banner in the first, like, few months of having her. But now we have her C6, and that's really nice, because her C4 actually gives her a buffing ability. Anyways, her talents are 6, 13, and 9, which is just 6, 10, and 6. So that is really nice. And next up, we do have Kirara. She is not really built. I don't think. I think she might be built a little bit. She's got 40,000 max HP. Her weapon is this sword, which I don't really use her much, so that is why it's not really the best build. Her sword is not really good. I probably could swap her to a Favonius sword if I had an extra one built, but I don't think I'll ever be using Lynette. So I'm just gonna give her that for a second. Now she's on Favonius. Her artifact sets is 4-piece of the Tenacity of the Millith, which is surprisingly all leveled. I actually wasn't expecting that, seeing as I don't use her. She is C3, and her talents are 494 or 464 if you're not counting constellations. On to Ga Ming, we have him level 90 of course as well. His stats are kind of suffering because I have not used him in forever. He's mainly on this Elemental Mastery weapon. I don't know why they say this is his best weapon. I think it's because you're supposed to use him in a Hydro and Pyro team. I don't know if I'm doing that wrong. Anyways, he's on 4-piece Marachose, which I think is actually somewhat unbuilt. No, it's actually good. He's on 4-piece Marachose, which is pretty good. I think his artifacts are okay. They're pretty okay. This one's not the best substat-wise, but it does have main stat of Pyro damage bonus, so I'll take it. As well as that piece. He is C2, and his talents are 399. On to Bennett, we have 32 max HP. We've got pretty basic stats. We've got his weapon is a physical damage bonus weapon, mainly because I wanted the base attack more than I wanted the energy recharge from this one. That gives the same, even though it's also a 5-star weapon, it gives a little less base attack, so I took the physical damage bonus anyways, because that helps his buffing. Here are his artifacts. I hope they're all leveled. I don't know. I've been mixing around artifacts a lot to get new artifacts for new characters. So he is C6, which, and I know a lot of people will get mad at me for C6, but I love his C6. I use him in mono pyro teams a lot, so like Durin I use him with, so that makes a really good team. And of course we have him 4, 9, and then 13, or 4, 6, 13, or 10. for this last one. I mainly crowned his last one because that's what's most important to me. And of course we have the mannequins, which I'm not going to show you their builds much because I genuinely don't care. And then next we have Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is a complicated character for me. I had her at one point build her on a DPS build, which is no longer really the case. I had her on a physical DPS build for the longest time, and then I was like struggling between Bennett and Chi-Chi getting this weapon. But now I have two, so I'm actually going to give her that and let her have her little bit of glory for, you know, Aquila Favonius. As you can see, I did have her on a 4-piece physical damage bonus set. I am missing this piece, so I'm just going to give her a random one. She deserves it after all this time. She's about to be C6. I have her C5 right now, and I'm about to get her Constellation 6 from the free constellations. And her talents are 10, 9, 11. I was mainly building her physical DPS, which is why her talents are so high on her maintenance attack, her normal attack. And our last character we will be going over with is Kokomi. We, of course, have a lot of crit rate missing. I wonder why. We have her at 35,000 HP. I haven't used her in forever, so she's actually not on her right weapon. I normally have her on this weapon, but since I'm using that weapon for other things right now, I'm actually going to just put her on the Thrilling Tales, because that is a really good weapon. I love that weapon so much. And I just don't use her much anymore now that I got Siege Queen and like other healers. Although she is still a very good healer, I just don't personally have a need for her anymore. She is on her own 4-piece set, her signature set, which is pretty good artifacts, I'd like to think, for her. But she is no longer really useful to me. But she is C0, and we have her at 8, 9, 10. And of course we have the Traveler, who I do have his skin on, and he's the placeholder between, you know, level 90 and level 80 characters. I never fully built Zhao, yes, I know. Or Linny, oh gosh. We're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, he is our placeholder and the end of our characters, which even though he's not really built, I used to have him on Pyro, so he was on the Natlan set, but not really anymore. He is C6, of course. It's not that difficult to get him C6, but he also has talents somewhat, not really, I don't know. Regardless, we are done going over the characters, and now we are going to go over my insane amount of exploration. Lovely. So, Nodcry, very good exploration, not including the new area. The new area I have not finished yet, and I'm really actually taking my time on that because, you know, normally I finish it within a few days. So I have been slacking on Nodcry a little bit. For everything else, including Natlan, including, like, Sumeru, I have everything 100%. At least in the sense of, like, this number over here. I know I'm missing a few chests in certain places, like maybe Leo I'm missing a lot, probably. It's a lot a bit sad, but I have explored everything. But yeah, that is my exploration. I do want to show you guys the echoes that I have, along with a quick show of the Thespian tricks that I own. Of course, we have Nahida, Venti, Kazuha, Kirara, and Chi-Chi, but we are just trying to finish Raiden's right now because I did not know how to finish that one. I struggled really bad with that because I do not have a Raiden built as a DPS. Wolfie's going to tell us what Thespian tricks we have. Just a quick little glance at those, just for because why not? So I have the Nahida one, the Farina one, the Zhao one, and if we scroll all the way down, we have the ones that I actually also bought. So we've got all of these, and I'm just quickly going through them. I am so excited for us to get a Columbina Thespian trick. That's going to be so exciting. I wonder if we have any Natlan character Thespian tricks yet. I mean, Nodcry. I always mix those two up. They both start with an N. It confuses me, okay? We do not, so we're probably not going to get a Columbina one for a while. That's kind of sad, but that is okay. Next, we are actually going to check out the teams I have on this account, which are really an important thing, I think. Of course, we have the Columbina team. Binana is here, which has Columbina, Enefa, Nahida, and Yao, which is my main team right now. And I love it so much because it has Columbina on it. We have my Wanderer team, which used to be my old main team. It's, this Farazan either swaps out for Farazan or Farina. It really depends how I'm feeling that day. But you also have the Lanyan team, which is not my main Lanyan team anymore, but it was an old Lanyan team I used. We, of course, have the Fermene team, which I don't use a whole lot anymore, of course, either. The Gaming team, the old team, which is the combination of all the characters I used on my first team in Genshin Impact. It was Traveler, Xingqiu, Sayu, and Bennett. Of course, there were no skins on any of these characters at that time, but this is the first team I ever made, and it was bad. It worked for early game, though. We have Nahida, Kokomi, Kazuha, and Raiden for a Hyper Bloom team, of course. We have my DPS Chi-Chi team, which isn't really so much working anymore. Sara's only really there to do the Electro so that Chi-Chi can do more super contact. But Farina and Bennett are just buffers, so she's really just... I don't even know why is Farina there. Farina should not be there. Wait. I think it's just to get freeze, but she should not be there. I'll change that later. Then we, of course, have the exploration teams I have. Wanderer is here, Layla. Those two are just kind of like a staple for most teams. And then we, of course, have Chi-Chi for exploration, finding the items. And Traveler, who's normally on Geo for this team. Just so I can, you know, resonate with Geo and then be able to hit those monuments that need to have a Geo structure on it. For Inazuma, we have Raiden for the little sakura flowers, and Goro for the exploration thing where he shows you what's on the map. And of course we have Wanderer and Layla. For this one, I actually swapped out Layla for Kirara because Kirara has Dendro. And then of course we have Electro and Hydro for the puzzles and stuff. And then we have the friendship team because normally I only need 2 characters because normally if I'm in co-op, I don't need to have 2 other characters because you only want 2 of them because you get more friendship XP in co-op. I mainly just use this team slot to test out different teams and like swap it into characters so I can test them out without having to make a whole new team. And for my DPS Lanyan team, this is the actual DPS Lanyan team I use. It is Lanyan, Venti, Durin, and Bennett. Durin applies Pyro, Bennett applies Pyro, does a little buffing. Venti is just there for the Hexen Circle buff, and then Lanyan swirls Pyro and does a bunch of Pyro damage because she does damage when she swirls an element. Oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. And lastly, we have our Lanyan and Bina team, which I didn't actually end up using. I just wanted to test this team out, and then we're, of course, back to our other Bina team. Last thing I did want to mention before I end this video is plans. The plans for my account are to pull for Lauma, finish up the quests I have in the new area, because I have a few quests in the new area I haven't finished. Finish up the exploration in the new area of Nodcry. Of course, because I haven't finished that yet, which is kind of sad to me. I do have most of the waypoints. I'm missing this one because I don't know how to get to that. And of course, get Bina's wings, her signature glider, because I do not have that yet. Regardless, I thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I want to thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. We just made it there, and I'm really glad and I'm really grateful, and I hope you all are happy too because you guys made this possible, so I want to thank you all so much. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I hope your Bina pulse went well, and I'll thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!